Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the full story of Anaconda 2025. The film opens with Doug McAllister Jack Black, a wedding videographer stuck in a dull routine. He's good at his job, but he's always dreamed of making something bigger, bolder, and more cinematic. His best friend, Ronald Griffin Jr. Paul Rudd, is a struggling background actor who's never quite caught a break. Doug and Griff share a bond rooted in nostalgia, especially for the 1997 cult classic Anaconda, a film they watched over and over as kids. After years of talking about it, Griff reveals he claims to have secured the rights to remake their favorite movie. With a questionable loan and more enthusiasm than sense, the duo convinces their childhood friends to join the project. Kenny Trent Steve Zahn, the chaotic cameraman, and Claire Simon's Thandiwe Newton, their grounded friend who tries to keep the group sane. To complete their crew, they bring in Ana Almeida Daniela Melchior, who hitchhikes along claiming to be related to their boat contact, and Carlos Santiago Braga Selton Mello, a no-nonsense snake handler they hire to provide a real serpent for their film. Their plan is simple: shoot a low-budget indie version of Anaconda in the Amazon rainforest. Cameras, scripts, riverboats, they've got it all. But trouble starts almost immediately. On their first day of shooting, the snake they rented for the film, meant to be a prop, or at most a tame creature, dies on camera in a slapstick twist that encapsulates the tone of the movie. Rather than head home, the group decides that if they're going to make a snake movie, they'd better find a real giant anaconda. Doug and Griff, heading upriver with Braga to locate another snake, stumble into the deep jungle, and what they find is far worse than they ever expected. A massive, murderous anaconda is lurking beneath the canopy, not part of the crew, not a prop, but a genuinely dangerous predator. Suddenly, their passion project becomes a fight for survival. The snake ambushes their group multiple times, slithering out of the water, crushing boats, and forcing everyone to flee deeper into the rainforest. What began as a film shoot quickly spirals into a chaotic chase. Doug's goofy optimism clashes with Griff's frustrated pragmatism. Kenny's frantic energy and Claire's exasperated logic highlight just how unprepared they are for real danger. Tensions rise further when the group encounters double trouble. They run into another film crew also claiming to be shooting Anaconda. Doug confronts Griff, accusing him of lying about the rights. Griff storms off, only to return finding the set in ruins, with that crew wiped out by the real Anaconda. Back with their own group, secrets come out. Anna admits she's not who she said she was. She's actually an illegal gold miner on the run. When a local police officer tracking her arrives, Griff mistakes him for a villain and shoots him. Anna then kills the officer and holds everyone at gunpoint, demanding they help her find gold. Amid this growing chaos, the Anaconda doesn't leave them alone. Claire wrestles the gun away, and in the struggle, Anna is dragged underwater and killed by the snake. The group begins to realize the true danger they're in isn't coming from each other, it's from the jungle and the predator that stalks them relentlessly. At one terrifying moment, Doug is swallowed whole by the beast. His friends mourn him, thinking he's dead, and use his apparently lifeless body as bait to lure the snake. But miraculously, Doug wakes up inside the snake's coils and escapes just in time, making for one of the film's most absurd and intense turns. Bruised but alive, the friends return to the wrecked set, only to find a familiar face. Ice Cube appears as himself, having survived this jungle madness, and helps them arm up with weapons rescued from the destroyed film crew. Together, they attempt to stop the snake once and for all. Their first plan fails. So Griff, with reckless bravado, shoots propane tanks with a flare gun, causing a massive explosion that finally destroys the Anaconda's massive body. In a climactic moment, Doug lands the final blow, striking the snake's head and ending the threat for good. With the snake dead, the group finishes editing their film, but their dream hits another reality check. Sony sends them a cease and desist, refusing to distribute their movie. We see the aftermath of their ordeal, and life doesn't magically improve. Griff ends up landing a small role on a TV series. Doug visits his home and finds his family waiting, but it's not a grand ending. It's the quiet moment of reality returning after chaos. Then comes a fun surprise. Jennifer Lopez, star of the original 1997 Anaconda, appears in a brief cameo as herself. She tells Doug she liked their film and invites him to direct a real reboot, a nod to the legacy of the franchise. In the final scene, we learn that Santiago Braga, the snake handler who was presumed dead earlier, actually survived. It's a light-hearted coda that echoes the movie's mix of danger and comedy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe and let us know your favorite moments from the movie.